happening, people? Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast 149. What can we say?
As we speak right now, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Conte's on his way
to
London Heathrow, mate.
London Heathrow, instead of Manchester. To the rain that is today, the cold weather. He said, nah.
I'm not having
Man
it.
United said, nah. Top United was slow, and Nuruddin Nuno is sacked. The El Sakico that once was said, shout expression by the way, it did happen.
Shout out to Toby.
Shout out to Toby as well. Shout out to all the Tottenham fans rejoicing right now. It was the El Sakico, and you know what? Nuno is gone. Conte is imminent. I mean,
well, at this moment in time, as I tweeted that,
yeah.
I am one supporter. I didn't want Conte at Man United because I'm sick of pragmatic managers. Everybody says they're football manager. I just want an all-out attacking football manager because our structure, the remit for our football managers is top four. If you're not getting top four, that's where you'll get sacked, right? But I think even if Ole didn't get top four, they'll just keep him because they're apparently what I'm hearing. So, look, last week I was here and I said to you he's gone, but I said there are people in the board holding on to say to him, we can't sack him. Yeah. Right? At the end of the day, and I don't believe Fergie and all that got involved. I don't believe
I
do.
I
do. Because I think it will come out anyway, but
it's his son, man. You know what I mean? Honestly, man, it's his son that he's never met. You know, it's one of them ones where he's his chosen child, man. He scored the greatest ever goal.
Listen, his chosen child is Ronaldo. He was there to see Ronaldo, to do commercial things with Ronaldo. That's what he was there to do. But anyway,
no, you know why? You know what you say about Conte. It wasn't my first choice. It was Zidane, Ten Hag. But you know what it was? It was someone to catch.
To come now,
to imprint.
But we don't need him.
Hey,
we don't need him.
Why?
Ollie's put the wig on. 5. Have you heard the 5 at the back sexuals, mate? The 5 at the back sexuals. They're all coming out now saying.
He literally went on his phone and went, these Saeed and all that lot, they want Conte. I'll give them 5 at the back. I'll give them 5
Imagine 5 at the back at Old Trafford, me and you sitting there like that. Playing against a team with a low block.
I know. For me, no. You know what it is for me? I'm just kind of like over it now. The season for me is done. I'm vibing. I've started The Wire. You know, shout out to anybody who's watched The Wire. For me, that's what I've done now. I'm watching The Wire. I'm relaxing. I'm not getting stressed. You know me, Nuruddin.
Nah,
you've seen me last 2 years and I've been ranting, raving.
No point now.
No point now, is it?
Yeah,
I've accepted my fate with Man United. They have no ambition, guys. Yeah, they have no ambition.
No standards. The standards have been lowered.
Lowered and lowered and lowered.
For the past 9 years, they've been eating away at the standards. It's eating away, and now we've got former ex-United legends, so-called legends, who are just saying, yeah, give him till the end of the season. Listen, when you lose 5-0 to Liverpool, you can't stay in a job. It's that to me, there's certain things that are, I don't care who you are. I genuinely think Fergie lost 5-0 at home to Liverpool. So Matt Busby, right, God rest his soul, he lost to 5-0. I think they would have walked. They would have had integrity. To me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer shows me he has no integrity. He has no love for this football club. All of it was just a blag. And that's what it's, and that's me. That's me talking. Somebody who supported this guy. Somebody who's been on here constantly defending him. At times, I would criticize him. But at times, I kept saying to Saeed and Aaron, you know what, let him get these players. Let him build this team. Well, he's done it. What did I say this season? I said it to you before it even started. The biggest pressure of his career as a Man United, as a manager.
What pressure?
It's on now. But then I look at it now, I think, what pressure? You could lose, you can get humiliated at home playing that tactics. Because to me, blaming the players, the only reason why he played 5 is to protect Maguire. That's the only reason. Don't get it twisted. And he played his favourites, and then he comes out and tells you a Giacchinotti, oh, Cavani had one of the best trainers I've ever seen in my life. So you're telling me these some of these
trade well then? Where's the other players not trading well?
Wow. But that's what I said about Conte. Let me just say all this.
Yeah.
I knew I've been banging on about the structure for a long time, guys, right? I've been banging on to this, especially him and Aaron and everybody else who will listen to me. So at this moment in time, out of desperation, I just want attacking football manager. I don't want a pragmatic manager because we're not set up to win big trophies. We're not set up to win the Champions League. We don't have a structure that can win us the league. So at the moment, I just want a manager, a coach who comes in. We play good football. We're attractive. Lose one week, drop, win the other week because that's who we are. We have to accept who we are. We have to because
I still hope for trophies in this team with the squad we've got. I think the Glazers, when they were giving this squad to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, surely the remit wasn't just get top 4, right? You know what I mean? Surely it was like, let's strive for the title.
They should have acted. How can a manager not act? How can they not act after that humiliating, zero game management that happened at the Europa League final?
Yeah.
Zero game management. What happened there? Right? That to me should have sent alarm bells ringing. Alarm bells. You're losing to a village. 45,000. Yeah, Wivenshaw has got a bigger population. One area of Manchester's got a population bigger than Villarreal. So to me, but they would have put a plan in place and said, right, if the worst was to happen, this is what we're going to do, because this rascal is going to knock this down, so I'm going to grab him before he does.
Yeah.
Right, Scholesy? And you are a coward as well. Not coming out talking about the football structure.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But he's busy having a raves with him.
Yo, let
God know who.
Yo,
well, that's for another time.
Live your life, mate.
Live your life.
Live your life. Live your life.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Brown.
Yo, he's living his life. United are depressing him as well. That's why man's losing it. United depressing you, Scholesy.
Oh man,
United are depressing you.
You know what it is, yeah? I look at it now, and United fans at the minute have to take my United for what it is now. We are a club without ambition.
Saeed, I've been calm because I took it. Yeah. I understood what was going on, mate.
People have a go at Levy. People have a go at Levy, but why did he bring Patricio to make the footballing decisions of this football club? Where is this Myrtle guy? Where is this bloody Fletcher? Because why? They like a guy who doesn't fight the bullet. Yes, people. Yes. And this is why people, and that is why Patricio's come in, he's put his suit on, he said, nah man, we can't be having this.
He heard the booze.
He heard the booze. And that's the problem. At United, we're not going to get that because why? Sentiment. We're still thinking about that goal in 99. I understand it.
Not even that. He comes out. He makes it about 18. No, hold up a minute. Separate your playing career. You're the manager of Man United. You're not a player. You're a manager of Man United.
Yeah.
Stop. See how he tried to?
I know. He manipulated the reporter for me. You know what I mean? And then he's
because it's been scripted. Neil Ashton. Talk at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Talk at the heartstrings. Yeah. For me, the biggest thing I said is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did well navigating the Glazers, navigating the bankers. And he's built a squad that looks like worthy of Man United. But now, we found out. He's been found out. And I told this guy at the beginning of the season, this season's nowhere to hide. There's no excuses. And now, it's not about him. So forget about talking about Ole. It's not about him anymore.
Nah, it's
about the football structure, which I've been banging on about.
But I've never disagreed with you, though.
And some of you have said, and some of the comments,
and
I got the players. I've been saying it to you. Man United are not set up to win a Champions League or to win a league title. FA Cup maybe if you can fluke it.
Yeah, FA Cup or Carabao Cup.
That's what we're set up for. And Europa League. I don't want Europa League. So tomorrow is a must win.
Right.
It's a must win.
You see what Atlanta guy's saying? If he goes, we win this, we're practically through. That's what he's trying to say.
Listen,
he's compared it to Lazio, by the way. You know what he said? He goes, they play similar to Lazio, you know, the way they play. I said, bloody hell, is that a compliment or is that taking a piss? That's Gasparini.
Gasparini!
Yo, but he's taking a piss out of us.
Yo, the bad guy listen, he's got the pasta and the sauce waiting for me.
And then when Ollie hears that, he goes, oh, Lazio must be a good team then. And then he finds out Lazio are probably 10th or 11th in the league.
All I want to say is that to get the viewers right, Man United are not set up to win big trophies. At the end of the day, that's why I want attacking manager. And then, like he said, it comes Vibes football because our football structure is Vibes FC. Yeah. And if you know what it is, jobs for the boys, business
Absolutely.
FC. Don't rock the boat FC.
Don't rock the boat.
That's what we are.
Don't have a say. You know, even the players really, they can't say anything. Pogba, when he came out and said, oh, something has to change, dropped. David De Gea, when he said that, taking his captaincy. You know? But hold on a minute, these Maguire and all these lot, what did they come out? We'll do right. We'll do right.
See what Roy Keane?
Roy Keane, mate. Fair play, man. The only one with standards, man. You know what I mean? And Harry, you know, it's like Harry Maguire. It's scripted as well, him.
Of course. Neil Ashton.
No. We come out, we play, we fight. We fight. It's like the same old script, man. Rashford, all of them, they know what to do. Bruno Fernandes, that silly little essays, man. I don't want it, man. I had my 5 years at school. I don't want to read no essays anymore.
You did too many assignments
at uni. I did too many assignments at uni, man. You know what I mean? That was that long one at the end. I forgot. Let me know in the comments, by the way. And make sure people like the video, man. But I just think for me, it's like I've now accepted the fate, you know. But my thing is, what the worry is for me is that Tottenham Football Club now have a better structure. That Patricio, it just shows you what a top level director of football does to a football club. It sounds out any kind of worries. Boom. Get rid of it, manager now.
What's the point? You can see the players were just going through the motions, exactly like they've been doing with Man United. It's been happening for the past, what, 6, 7, well, since the end of last season, really. We're going through the motions.
Yeah.
Since the Europa League final.
Europa League final, yeah. We give him a 4-year contract. That should have been the warning signs there, you know, Norton. Yeah, it's when the football club decided on giving him the contract before the Europa League. And I remember the outrage. I had a massive outrage because I was like, how are you determining the club's success by giving a manager a contract before? What happened to achieving or you know, when you're in life, you have to earn it, don't you? You earn the rewards. You earn what you know what I mean? What you reap is what you reward. That's what the old saying is, yeah?
Of course.
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was given a 4-year contract.
3 years with
an option. You know what I mean? I don't know what the option is. You know what I mean? option another. You know when they say to you, you know what I mean? Have another year of vibes, eh? That's what they said to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Another year of vibes. Is that what you want? Dream holiday, Manchester. You know what I mean? You know what he does as well. What I don't like as well, he tries to be Mancunian and tries to be like, you know, like I'm one of the boys.
18 years at that football club. Listen, you're a clown. You will forever go down in history as the guy who humiliated us, the fan base, at Old Trafford with a 5-0 against Liverpool. And you know what? We could, if it wasn't for their manager and their players taking it easy, we could have been 7 or 8
easily. So
that's who you are. But I don't blame you because the blame's never with Ole for me. We all knew at the end of the day, bottle job FC, mate. Our football structure is bottle job. Our owners are bottle jobs because all they care about money, commercial revenue. And at the end of the day, me and him are here to protest. If any of you want to join us,
is that what the message is now?
Listen, if any of you want to join us, we're here to protest against the football structure. Because at the end of the day, and all those people who are like, Ole, you gotta give him a... listen, I can never... Listen to me. The only way I could ever get over that Liverpool 5-0 humiliation is... right, get him, get
I need to go outside.
Come here, you.
Come here, you.
Come here. Come on. Have some of this. I have to bribe
what's going on right now.
I have to bribe because... Come here.
Yeah.
Basically, the only reason why is if he wins the Champions League or he wins the league. But Saeed, we already know he's getting it till the end of the season.
Absolutely. Well, no, I've conceded now. And those in the comments now, for me...
What did the top red tell you the other day when you came
honestly, back? I was on a train, right? And most of them, by the way, Ole out. I don't want to say it because at the end of the day, they don't want to be kind of, you know, 1 second people, the rats are causing an absolute havoc here. You know what I mean? But they don't want to say it. One or two of them said, yeah, I'm only out, mate. But Saeed, let's have a drink. I'm only out, mate. But Saeed, you don't need to shout on the camera and all that. And I said, listen, because I care about my football club. And there was another guy I said to him, I had a chat with him, yeah, before he started ranting and raving and all that. Next thing you know, I said to him, do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to win us trophies? And he went, not really, no. But then I said, why do you support him? Because that's what we do as fans. But I said, listen, what about you being a mug for the Glazers? I said.
100%.
And then he said to me, yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. And honestly, this is what we're dealing with right now. And when you actually tell them the facts here that we're being led to a lie, this process, there ain't no process, by the way. Just this DNA, this kind of get Man United.
Zero strategy.
Zero strategy. That's what I said. When you break it down to them, they start like, you know what? You're probably right. But at the end of the day, as fans, we just need to stick together, support whatever's happening. And that, for me, is what the other side of the coin is. You know when people say other side of the coin?
And that's what the Glazers bang on.
And that's what the Glazers will bank on you. And that's what they want. Because if they know that the top Reds will support the club endeavour through thick and thin, they'll be like, you know what? There won't be any protest. There won't be anyone shouting at the end of the top. But this is about ambition. Where is the club going? Because for me, if people don't act now, and I don't listen, they say they do a lot of stuff, but why has everything gone quiet already? Is there been an agreement, Nordin? Has there been a deal?
Been an agreement. They're still waiting to hear from the Glazers the details. And the Glazers are not releasing the details, but the Glazers knew them saying we'll release the details will buy them time to get Ronaldo in.
And there you go.
And then the rest is history.
And then the rest is history.
But they're not fooling me. They've never fooled me. They could go and sign the best Mbappe tomorrow, next day. Still, for me, the football structure at this club, when we have footballing people making footballing decisions, that's even hard enough, Saeed.
Yeah.
When you got footballing people making footballing decisions.
Right? That's hard enough.
That's hard enough as it is, because then those people still is a game of lottery. You know what I mean? But at least we can trust their instinct.
Yeah, we can trust their instinct. We can trust Patricio. A man of Patricio. By the way, a lot of the United fans would have been, Patricio, we don't want him. He got no DNA. He's an Italian dude with his suit, and that's that. Yeah. And that's, you know what it is, I think this football club needs a cultural reset, I think, we've been given a lot of success now, and it's almost now we're thinking, you know what, let's put our feet up. And that's the worry for me.
But 30% of the people in the stadium are never ever going to protest. They're pensioners, you know that.
I know they are. But you got shouted out for saying that. For calling out, and this is no call out for the older generation, but there's a lot of, they're content. They're seeing success. But the problem is,
day out for them.
I know.
They're not asked.
But the problem is, though, I think it's the next generation where, Adam's son, Adam, shout out to him. The generation of hope. And then you got for me, the top Reds who will support the club blindly. What is their view on the football club? I want to know.
Well, they would have the protesting when we were going to...
Yeah, but that was because they were the Super League.
Yeah.
And that was because the fact that there was no competition anymore in football. Yeah. And they were going to Old Trafford to see nothing. So it affects their day. But I want to know, what is the fans' ambition for this team right now? What is the road ahead for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, right? Because I don't see where we're going this season. Where are we going?
We're not, like I said, the season's done for me. To me,
in November,
I can never
get over. It's the 1st of November.
To me, this is one of the most worst.
The 1st of November.
The worst season in a kind of, I remember, in all the years of 5-0 humiliation for somebody like me who went to university in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And
you got friends,
relatives who are Liverpool supporters.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And to me, the only way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or this football club can ever turn it around for me if we win the Champions League or the league. But you know that we're not, because the trophy is top 4. I said it years ago to Saeed. We are Arsenal. We just have more money.
Arsenal.
And you know what? And actually, you know what? Arsenal have got a better football structure. At least a guy called Edu makes the footballing decisions.
Well, there you go.
At least a guy called Edu makes the footballing
decisions. And he talks, by the way. He talks live on Sky Sports. Where do you see this Clown Woodward talking? Where do you see this Myrtle talking?
Apparently, the latest reports we're hearing is that Ed Woodward didn't want to go out sacking a manager, because he's going to be done in April, innit? He's leaving in April or December.
So he doesn't want to go out sacking him, you know what I mean? What, you've done enough damage as it is, mate.
And Richard Arnold's coming in, another Bristol University banker. Get ready, people, get ready. Are you ready? Boys for the job business. Boys for the job business.
And the title of the video is, Nuruddin, survival mode. I think a lot of people...
it's gone past survival, sorry. We're in the bin, lad. Let's talk about it. I just want to win tomorrow. I just don't want a Europa League football. That's the worst thing that could have happened in the league has already happened to me. I've sat there, supported this club, watching
and this
handle 5-0.
Yeah.
It's not about Ollie anymore. It's not about Ollie.
It's not about. You know what it is, Even on that game, and Saturday, I didn't really get up for it or whatnot. I wasn't really there. I was in London, Don Robbie Street. I wasn't really kind of when your heart's not in it. But to the point of United fans now, there's not even no point of even wishing your team to lose anymore, because in the day, you've got no say in anything. They've got Conte now, we've got Ole to the end of the season. Just literally, we just have to vibes it until the end of the season. You've just literally, it's almost as if you got, you know what I likened it to? You know when you went to university, right? And I said it yesterday. You know when you're in a flat, and you fall out with that flatmate. and the other person has got to pay the rent, and they've got to stay in it, and it becomes toxic, doesn't it? It becomes toxic. You don't talk to each other. That is literally what we've got with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Is that nobody wants him there, but he's there because of the Glazers, because he's there because of the system that says to him.
My only hope is that I just don't want to see Europa League football, because I'm done with Europa League football. I'm not covering it. I'm not, and that's the only thing for me. So my little hope, Saeed, is that Man United go through to the knockout of the Champions League, and then that's it. Because to me, the league, everything else,
league's done, mate. League's done.
I said it against Villa. It was done. Look how Villa beat us. They've not won a game since.
Not won a game since, and Everton have won a game since. You know what I mean? There's so many teams since that have not won a game, and yet United. Leicester. What have they done since? You know.
Everybody gets that easy 3 points.
Easy 3 points. You know what I mean? Tottenham didn't get it because they're worse than us. You know what I mean? If only Tottenham had something about them, then you know what I mean, they would have done something. But my thing for me, when I talk about survival more for Ollie, is the fact that he went from saying to the press, he leaked it to the press. Yeah,
they're getting cozy.
Yeah, they're getting cozy. They leaked it to the press, right? That we'll play 4-3-3. They leaked it out, yeah. This is Neil Ashton and all that. Laurie Whitwell, you know, they leaked it to the press 4-3-3. Then he went and said, you know what? Shh. Nuruddin Saeed, shush. I'm going back to what I do normally best, 4-2-3-1. And then he has the audacity, for me it's audacity, to say we're playing a 5 at the back to protect Harry Maguire and to protect himself. And that's what he's done, Nuruddin, because he's seen the papers, he's seen us under pressure. You know what? We're not leaking goals in. We're doing a back 7, and we're going to have 3 up front to score the goals. So we're going to hope and pray.
We're going to do that at Old Trafford when we're playing against the low block.
Well, I think we're going to do that for the rest of the season. And it wouldn't surprise me. And that for me is cowardly. You could call me all you want, come at me in the comments. It's cowardly. To the players like Sancho that you chased for 2 years, it's cowardly. To the players like Donny van der Beek, it's cowardly. To say that Man United are playing that brand of football, for me, Nuruddin, is cowardly. And that's why for me, he should not be in this job. He should not be doing that just to save the job, man. Nah, it's about him, man. It's also about him as well, man. Because he's a Man United manager and he's laughing in our face, mate.
It's not about him. The guy's just making up as he goes along now, mate. He tells you, oh, that's the best I've seen him train. Like, so what's happening in training then? Like, we're supposed to go, wow, he must have been amazing in training. So what's going on in training then? Like, listen, it's not about him anymore. For me, I'm telling you now, deep down in your hearts, we can get angry because he's just somebody to get angry at.
Yeah.
Who comes out in the press.
You know, right? Musa said it, man. Musa said it clearly. It's a little brother you want to kind of
bully,
yeah. And but the problem is, though, how do we get to the brother? That's the next question, and that's why for me, is there many of us that are going to protest? Is there many of us going to challenge the Glazers? You've got Gary Neville reluctant to do it.
Never.
You know, you've got all these guys.
Only when it was Super League, and it affected him and his club, Salford. At the end of the day, all Rio Ferdinand, all the rest of them, I got nothing but love and respect for them in terms of what they did for Man United.
Of course.
But now it's about protecting their brands. For me, is whether those of us who understand what's going on at this football club want to come together and get our banners and protest, and some of us walk out in certain minutes of the game because we're not against whatever, we're against the football structure, because we're not here. We might have the players, but we don't have the coaching team or the manager to compete for the big trophies. We don't. And anybody who still thinks that, I'm sorry, you live on another planet. I wish you could take me there so I can live on that planet with you. I've been somebody here who has said, yet again, give Ollie time, let him get his players. And this season, beginning of the season, if you look back at the podcast, beginning of the season of this podcast, I said, 0 excuses, zero, it's now or never, and we'll get found out. And what happened? He's been found out to beyond belief.
But it's
not about him. Yeah, but it's not about him. It's about what's behind him.
Yeah, he's almost escaped death. You know what I mean? In a weird way, he's escaped death, and then now he's kind of recreating. You know what I mean? No, he's now praying. You know what I mean? He's almost
at the moment. He sounds like he is now another, because the way the structure is, it almost feels like he's Ollie's got his another job again as the interim manager.
Yeah.
He's moving like an interim manager now.
That's kind of true, you know. He's basically interim to the end of the season until they figure it out. Until the club figure it out. You know what I mean?
Other clubs wait.
Yeah.
They act, mate. They act. But we don't have that football structure. Because the only season they will act if it's top 4. If top 4 is danger, they'll pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Because that's the history of this club.
Top 4 is the aim.
That's
the
it.
football club.
It's the remit.
But
and that's why I want an attacking manager, because I know what the remit is. Until we get that football structure, and the only way we ever do that is all the fans come together, all of the fan channels, Instagram channels, all of the Twitter, all of the YouTubers, everybody comes together and says, we need to change this ball, this football structure.
What if they're happy with this? What if they're happy with this?
Well, majority of them have got brands to protect, but this is Straightjacket. Me, I set up a YouTube channel to talk about this, to remind United fans. Those of them who don't know. Zaid's telling you, he's there on the train. He's actually having to educate some of them.
Educate him, man. I'm on the front line, people. You know what I mean? Some of them did give abuse, but I was like, listen, we're all United fans here. We all want to win. But again, it's always like, for me, the people who say it on the front line. You know when you're on the streets, right, and people say to you, why are you protesting for this? And then next thing you know, when it affects them, then they say, out. You know what, they find out, don't they? Exactly. And that's with United at the minute. When they find out, we could be down in dungeon, but you know what, Nordin? This kind of worries me for the fan base. It could be toxic now, because now you're gonna have people that are saying every week who might not even want to support United. No,
listen to me.
Might not even want to kind of.
Listen, it's the younger generations. You look now.
Yeah, I know. They've not seen
the effects. Listen, the effects of this will now affect the children in 20 years' time, because in 20 years' time, those 20-year-olds will not be supporting Manchester United Football Club, because Man United Football Club not. I've got friends who their kids and they're saying to their parents, "Can I please support City?
Yeah.
I like De Bruyne. Yeah. I like Jesus. Can I support Chelsea? I like Werner."
Yeah.
That's what they're saying to them, because Chelsea are winning, because they've seen Chelsea at top of the league.
Winning culture brings a winning kind of feeling, you know what I mean?
And then some of them are even saying they like Salah.
Yeah.
They like Mane.
Yeah.
They like Klopp.
Yeah.
And one of them said to me, no one ever lie, their son said to them, why can't Klopp take over Manchester United?
Yeah.
Why can't we have him as a manager?
Yeah, because listen, you know Twitter is not the best platform, to voice your opinion, because at the end of the day, everyone is kind of like mad. They're venting a lot of frustration. That's why we have the Straightjacket podcast, where we can analyse it a bit more. We can give our reasons for what we say, dissect it. You know what I mean? But for those who have not seen trophies or not seen the beauty, listen, I grew up in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? I didn't see the 99, I was too young to see that. But
you saw the proper double, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Champions League and the league.
Champions League.
You saw that champagne football.
I seen the champagne football, and then I seen the David Moyes, and I seen the demise. I was in the Van Gaal era. It was toxic. Mourinho era. Lordy lost it. The fan cams are out there. But for me, this one is the kind of at the end when they put the final sword or the final nail in the coffin. This is for me the final nail in the coffin for Man United, if they don't act sooner. But will they? I don't think so. And then you get a fan base who's tired. And when you bring tiredness...
apathy.
Apathy. That's the word I'm looking for. Apathy. Because for me now, I can tolerate in a way where... I'm not saying that I kind of will accept this thing happening. I will protest. I will try and find a way, but... For me, the immediate, I know what the problem is in terms of the Glazers, and now we have to tackle that problem. But the problem is, you need to unite. You need to get out of your warm
comfort zone.
You have to get out of your comfort zone and
have to be able to
save your club.
To me, are you willing to walk out? As some of the away fans, are you willing to not go into the stadium, walk out of the stadium? Are you willing to do that? Yeah. Are you willing to kick up a fuss? Are you willing to the financial detriment of you for the love of Man United, short-term pain for long-term gain? Because that's what they've got. They've said, we'll take the criticism, we'll take the songs, but the long term, they can't do nothing, right? Yeah. So are you willing to walk out? Those of us who are able, right, are we willing to walk out at Old Trafford? Yeah. Are you willing to walk out a certain minute? Let's say 60 minutes.
The last time at Wolves, there was a certain, but it wasn't very kind of planned. It has to be a planned approach. And once you have that planned approach, and you can have at least 5,000 or 10,000 leaving Old Trafford, for me that sends a very, very massive signal. But the first message is getting the message out there.
Listen, they rely on commercial revenue, yeah? They rely on corporations.
Yeah, you're not going to rely on the megastore being empty. That's one thing.
Listen, to be fair, if you see the fraction they make from Man United fans, it just goes back into the club anyway. The real money they make is through corporations and commercial revenue. When you make it a toxic place where people are walking out, nobody wants the Man United brand, Because have you seen it already against Tottenham?
Yeah, of course.
They're not going to the fans. They're not singing OLE, right? The ones who were leaving against what do you call it? Against Leicester City, they never showed that. They never showed the amount of fans who were leaving. No. The amount that left Old Trafford against Liverpool. As soon as the fourth goal went in,
of course.
But they don't show it because what happened then? Even the Premier League might get involved because it is damaging
the brand of
the Premier League.
Yeah.
And they don't. That's what I'm saying to you. So for me, the fans. It's simple. I'm not asking you to buy shit, whatever, right? I'm not even asked about that anymore. Yeah. I'm asked because we'll do not a penny more. We'll start that again. Yeah. We'll do that online. But are you willing to, those match-going fans, the ones who go away and the ones who go home, are you willing to walk out? Are you willing to walk out certain minutes and then show your disdain and have banners outside protesting? Are you willing to do that? I think the Man City one is a key one. It could be a key one. Where if we could get banners and say what is the ambition of the football club, you know what I mean, or we say, you know what I mean, like not a penny more, or you know, something that just highlights the problem. But Nuruddin, is everyone on the same wave? The first thing I need to ask everyone, are we on the same level? If your ideology is something else, where you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to back the club. Listen, if that's your prerogative. Do you remember the game that you went to Fulham? Do you remember the game that you went to Fulham? And you were inside, and that was the first game that you couldn't.
Back
in lockdown where you had to have like a PCR test and all that. I was handing out. I was handing out glazes.
I know. Yeah. And what did they say to you?
And some of them weren't taking it. They're like, at the end of the day, they said to me, football comes in circles, and I looked at him and said, so does football come in circles for Bayern Munich? I said, Real Madrid, they only ever crap for 2 years. Barcelona, they'll ever crap for 2 years at the most. And we've been crap for 9 years.
Yeah.
And we've won trophies. I was like, what trophies? So the Europa League, a League Cup, and an FA Cup are the trophies.
Yeah.
Where's the standard? So for me, a lot of these football fans have accepted mediocrity owners, and the owners and the board and the bankers, because that's what they are, bankers making the footballer decision, and they're happy with it. Some of them, it's a day out, Saeed. Their heart's not in it. They're chilled. They're like, oh, just watch it. He's the football. United win, United win. United lose, United.
That's the reality now. That is the club where we're falling in right now. I don't even think there's an ambition within the fan base to win anymore.
Put pressure. We need to.
Let me ask you a question. Is there an ambition in the fan base to win anymore?
Not really. I don't see it. I don't see it because you're talking to Top Rex on the way back when they train with them, and they're telling you, we got. Listen. I don't get it twisted. When we get inside that stadium, you have to support.
Yeah, of course.
I stayed and I supported and I clapped, even though I was humiliated.
Yeah.
Right? But when I come out the stadium, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. To me, when I come out the stadium, as a Man United manager, you can't keep your job after being humiliated.
Yeah.
Especially after the first half, what we seen against Atlanta. And we got whacked 4 by Leicester. And then we could have been 6 against bloody Villarreal.
Yeah.
You don't escape these things. You don't escape these things. And to me, it became about Saeed, honestly, it's not about Ollie anymore.
No, it's not.
It's not. I want to get this. It's not about him anymore. It's about this inadequate football structure that I've been banging on about for years. They don't care. They're not asked. Top 4 is their remit. They'll only ever sack him if he can't finish in the top 4. And we've got more than good enough players to get us to top 4. And that's where we are, guys. But I'm asking the match-going fans, are you willing to do walkouts? Are you willing to protest outside of the stadium to change the... Because the Glazers, for me, unless somebody comes with billions, what we can do is put pressure on them to change the bankers, get the bankers out and put people who know about football in positions in that football club. Because I'm not talking short term. If Conte came and we won a trophy, hooray! We'll get sacked a year later, a year and a half later. We go back to being the same, with the bankers still in control of the footballing matters. We need to have a fundamental change. And that's why I'm just, at the moment, I'm so fed up. I just want a coach who can coach and drill these players, who can play attacking football. Because if, or else, me and him can do it, but we need thousands and hundreds of thousands of people to be there as well. And Saeed, as much as I've got tickets for that game, I'm happy to walk out a certain time and go, you know what? I'm done out here. I'm done out here, and I want to protest against these board, these bankers.
You need an army, and that's the reality.
And unfortunately, majority of our army, like I said, some of them are pensioners. People can come at me. It's a fact.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pensioners who go to Man United. And it's though every club has pensioners.
Yeah, every club. Yeah.
Every club has pensioners, but we've got a lot more of them. It's a fact. Because we've got a bigger stadium.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not disparaging them. It's just that they don't have the energy. We have the energy. The generation younger have even got more of energy to fight. To fight these bankers. To fight these owners.
I think in Barcelona, they still have a football structure. every club, when they sack managers early on, you know that they have a footballer structure. And then this club here, I've got bankers asking Alex Ferguson, what is your opinion? And that's where I don't like Nuruddin. Is that Alex Ferguson is hovering, and that's why a lot of people came at me, and you can come at me again. Alex Ferguson is becoming a problem because he's having to almost kind of be the shield for the Glazers as well.
Listen,
when he should be chilling at home, having his red wine, and relaxing and enjoying the career that he had. But the problem is, though, he's putting his 2 pence in. And for me, for the greater good of Man United, it's not.
I don't say that. But listen, but Romano keeps saying it. Romano keeps saying it.
What's he saying?
Romano kept saying Fergie was part of it. But from me, everything that I've been told is because of he was there. He was due to be there, whether United lost 10-0 or not. He was there to make adverts. He was there to make adverts with Ronaldo.
No, but he was also there, apparently, at the tailors, basically. So Man United have a tailors at football club. This is a manager that should be on his front door.
New blazers.
Come on, Nuruddin, I don't believe in that nonsense.
Listen, to sue and boo the directors.
For me, again, we're falling into the trap of this PR nonsense. This is a PR
but they use him anyway. They use him regardless whatever PR is. They use him anyway. I don't personally.
No.
Deep down.
Dear Lashers told that journalist, Simon Stone, to put that out there and to say that, you know what?
He wrote it for him. Did he write it for him?
Honestly, of course, he said to me, Simon Stone, here's another,
Nah, they're all cronies. I don't trust them. You know me. I don't trust them.
I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't surprise me if all these journalists here are getting brown envelopes. I'm telling you right now, you can come at me.
Listen, I don't
They're getting brown envelopes. Laura Whitwell, all of them, mate. I'm telling you right now, all of them are getting brown envelopes here to speak on behalf of the football club, Nuruddin. I'm telling you right now, man. I've had enough, man. Because at the end of the day, Nuruddin, it's like, who can you trust? Who can you trust in this football club?
Listen.
Who though? Tell me who can you trust at this football club that will say something? Peter Schmeichel is the biggest PR I've ever seen.
Every one of them, they've all got all of them have got PR thing to protect because they can all make money because they play for Man United. They can all make money of the fact that they play for Man United. That's why that's why I don't trust any of these people. I trust the people who I speak to, right? And I'm telling you now, Fergie was already scheduled to be there. But that doesn't mean that Fergie didn't say, hey guys, hold on.
But there you go, that's what I want to try and say.
Right, we could have said that, we don't know that. But he was due to be there to do some commercial things with Ronaldo. And how embarrassing would that look now when it comes out, those commercials? And they're using it because they want to use this legacy.
Yeah, but also a top football club would have cancelled that.
Of course, are you kidding me? Would have been a disaster, mate. If that was Fergie's time, that Fergie would have been like, cancel that now.
Yeah,
I don't want any of that. And he would have walked because he's got integrity. To me, the most disappointing thing for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for me, genuinely, I always said to you, what did I always hold on to the hope that if it got too bad, he'll just walk because he's actually loves the club. And to me, I'm being made a fool out of, man.
Would you walk though if you had if this house was rent? If this house had no rent, would you walk?
Nah, Saeed,
you wouldn't walk. It's a free house.
Saeed is a millionaire already. He's a multi-millionaire already.
No, but then also it's the fact that he's holding on to this kind of feeling of, I'm Man United manager. I can say to myself, I was at Man United for 3 or 4 years. To put on his CV.
Nah, you were there.
He ain't managing anywhere, mate, after this, mate. Not even in Molde, not even Championship.
I spoke to a Norwegian guy. Norwegian said to me, he's not even good enough to. Because some people are saying that he could maybe manage Norway. Some people are like, nah, we want a coach. We want somebody who coaches. At the end of the day,
you don't coach.
Listen, it's not about him anymore. But to me, my heart broke because I actually thought that he would do the honourable thing and walk away.
I never thought that, mate, because he's happy to be there. How can you say that about a man who's happy to be there? Sometimes in life, there's people that just hog it and they hog whatever they have, and that's another guy like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's happy to be there because at the end of the day, right?
But he should never be given that opportunity.
Absolutely. And what does the board have to do to take that control away from him? And the fans, because the fans now, I'm telling you right now, it's going to become toxic. Where every week fans are wanting the team to lose.
It's toxic anyway.
How can you have a football club like that, where the fans want the team to lose? And then you get people saying, I'm trying policing people's emotions. I said, what are you talking about? You support the club no matter what. Well, why are you supporting this shit then? You're supporting a team that is going nowhere. What are you supporting? Sinking. What are they supporting
9 years of shit sinking.
9 years of rubbish, yeah, and you're supporting that. That's not what a supporter is. Supporters also have to put the club accountable, and you're not putting the club accountable. You're blindly following the club. What is this, man?
Bankers and Neil Ashton.
How are you putting hope on the bankers to say you're going to fix this mess?
And Neil Ashton, mate.
And Neil Ashton.
Like I said, there was an opportunity.
Makes sense, no, it didn't.
Listen, there was an opportunity for Ed Woodward to sign a director of football. I'm talking about world-class director of football. But instead, who did he sign? Neil Ashton. That's everything that you need to know about this football club. Is that when our CEO had the chance to let go of the football inside of this club, to get a director of football into this football club, he said, no, I'm going to sign a propaganda guy instead, who's going to try and make me look good. And then he starts hanging around with Gary Lineker. And Lineker as well, you're a fake football man as well. You're just a fake. He comes out, he starts coming and tweeting and defending Ed Woodward. Gary Lineker, you know, all the respect, and if I ever saw you outside Old Trafford, I tell it to your face, because you're all fake. You're all fake, all of you, protecting your brands and in these circles with these multi-millionaire people. You've lost touch, mate. You're not in touch with football. You're not in touch with football in this country. You've lost the plot. And Rio as well. I used to go to the same barbers as Rio. Everybody knows me.
Everyone knows them.
Everybody knows Richie's, yeah? You're all protecting your brand. You don't really genuinely love Man United. You don't. You can't be screaming for the man to get the job. Right, we were doing it. We're not saying we're not hypocrites.
I'm saying, listen.
No,
there's a thing in me.
But now that screaming. Why come you're not screaming? It's time for him to move on then. After being humiliated, humiliated at Old Trafford. In the 80s, we were crap. We were just a cup team. Liverpool in the 70s were winning everything. They never smashed us 5-0 though, did they?
Never. That's what we are now. You know what I mean? At
the end of the day, it's not even hope anymore. It's not even prayer anymore. We can't even pray. You know why? Because there's no hope.
You know how this season, we were singing 5 on it. Then we went to hope and pray. And now it's kind of almost like accept it, basically.
All because the majority of the fans have been manipulated into supporting the football structure and get behind the football structure. At the end of the day, you're not supporting OLE. You're supporting the football structure. You're not supporting OLE.
Don't mince your words, mate.
You're not supporting OLE. I'm sorry to say, he's had the time. I've defended him. I've been on here to the detriment of my health. People coming at me constantly, everywhere. I've been here protecting him, saying OLE. I'm not accepting no manager or Man United Football Club is going to be responsible for 5 fucking nil at Old Trafford. I'm not having that. I'm not having it. But it's not about him. It's about the football structure. You know what people say? They always say, when people go, oh, this government is doing this and that, you know what people say? People come back at them and say, you've got the leaders you deserve. I'm sorry to say, Man United supporters, we've got the football structure, the bankers we deserve. We have them. Glazers don't care. It's all about dividends for them. They live across the road. On the other side, no, across the other side of the world. That's where they live. They're not
failing to buy Indian Premier League or what's it, cricket things?
Yeah. 4th is the trophy. I said it 5 years ago. People laughed at me. United fans were like, why are you talking about, you muppet? Calling me a muppet, saying, why do you think we're like Arsenal? 4th place is the trophy. Because that's the only evidence I see when managers get sacked. At the end of the day, we sat here last Monday and all reports. That's why you had Romano making, because everything Romano's hearing is exactly the same thing we're hearing.
Yeah, of course, right?
Where he's done a video, pre-recorded a video to get it ready, right?
Get it ready, I know exactly.
Right, and that's what everybody.
That's what people say.
Because people in the board were there, and I said it on Saturday. If you watched the last podcast, I said it. There are still people trying to protect him and say no, he needs to stay, because what they know is that when they sack him, they'll get exposed.
Yeah.
But they didn't want that.
This is a cycle, isn't it? It's a vicious cycle.
They're keeping him in a job to protect them. And the United fan base, when they realise that football, modern football in the last 10-15 years, is about structure. If you don't have the right structure, you ain't going to nowhere. And I've said it again and again and again. And we're not going anywhere, people. But they rely on the apathy. And the lads going, oh, we got to support the club.
We've got to support the club,
This is supporting the Glazers, mate.
Yeah. And you've got Atlanta now, Man City, You know what I mean? For Nuruddin's mental well-being, he wants to beat Atalanta. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you.
That's for me, for my mental health well-being, I just don't want to be in Europa League.
I said to people, I'll give my ticket away. You don't watch it. Don't watch it.
That's what I said. But I don't want. But I just don't want, because I just feel.
But no, the thing is, Nuruddin, don't want is what you watching anyway. We'll be out in the round of 16 anyway.
But I'd rather contend with that. I just don't listen.
But the thing is, what are you contending for, though, Nuruddin? What are you fighting for?
There's stuff I just don't want Europa League football.
Nuruddin, no, I get it. That was a prerogative at the start of the season. But when you assess it now, what are you fighting for?
I'm not fighting for anything anymore. It's just.
But there you go then.
It's not even hope anymore. I can't even pray. I've prayed enough. It's not working.
We're not fighting for anything, so I don't care what happens.
To me, the only thing I'll fight for is that. Are you willing to join us to walk out?
I'm coming to Old Trafford for a day out.
That's it. You know, like the rest of them. You know what it says? When in Rome, you might as well do what the Romans do, innit?
Yeah.
Just join the rest of them. So we'll join the Apathy crew now.
Apathy crew.
Because that's what they are. This is what this club turns you into, an apathy.
Yeah. So I'm coming out. I meet Nuruddin. I meet the rest of the people. Aaron,
just
Adam,
go in.
TJ.
Win or lose or draw.
Win, lose or draw. You know what I mean? I'll get my sweet stuff there, Leslie. Shout out to Leslie. I'll have a day out with her, relax, and just watch the football. Whatever it happens, we win, we cheer, we lose. Okay, no bother. And that's what we are right now. And until you realise that, until you care, and I said it a couple of weeks ago, this football club don't care about you, so why should I care? You know what I mean? Why should I care? Why am I investing my emotional, well-being?
Football fans, though. That's the thing about it. They got us. They've got
us. But the problem is,
we're awake. I just want the rest of United fans to wake up.
Yeah.
Please
you know what
wake up.
You know what United fans say? But that's your job as a fan to support the team.
When we're in the stadium, we do.
Yeah.
But when I'm at the stadium, I want to be able to protest about what is happening to this club, how the standards have been lowered in the last 12 years. Fergie even was telling you, there's no value in the market.
Again, but we don't. That's an uncomfortable conversation. We can't have that.
Now we've got to do a podcast on that. We've got to speak
international break. That'll be the one. International break. But who knows what could happen? We could be down in 10th position. But Atalanta, Man City, they've lost. It could be the biggest derby, by the way, that on Saturday, because if they lose that, they're out of the title race, or looking like, especially if Chelsea win.
Nah, you know what, Man City, and to me, are never out of the title race.
Okay,
you know why? They can bring 17 wins together.
And also they've got a football structure saying January, right? Go on, let's spend another 100 million. Exactly. Whereas we all say,
Harry, I know you're moping. You're moaning around the pitch. Come here.
Yeah,
they'll do that.
They'll do that. And then when you look at Man United, is that people like Sancho, we bought. The thing is, even if as a fan you support OLE, the bigger picture is you're buying all these players and where they're going. Sancho, gone.
Favourites, man.
Favourites is killing our football. I tweeted that last year, and I think it's still there on my timeline. Favourites is killing our football club, and sentiment has been the biggest. It's been more of a disease than COVID.
The pandemic.
Honestly, man.
Listen, there is a toxic pandemic on Man United, and it's called the bank.
That's what it is. Ours is sentiment. Ours is sentiment, because you know why?
And now they hit us with all this PR stuff now. Man United DNA. Man United DNA is 5 at the back protecting the centre half. That needs to be dropped. The captain, that needs to be dropped. That should never have been a captain. That's what we are, people. But the football structure's allowing this, because bankers know nothing about football.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, job for the boy business.
Job for the boys, man. What can we say? All you got to do, people, is just protect your well-being, protect your sanity.
That's it.
And just, honestly...
Listen, inside the wire.
I'm starting the wire. What do you want to start, people? I've started the wire.
Watch out with Saeed, man. Get on the wire.
Yeah. Maybe we do some watch parties.
Parental advisory, by the way. He's over 18s. People.
Yeah. So if you're younger than that one, don't watch it.
Don't watch it if you're younger than that one.
So, you know what I mean? Watch the wire, then I'm going to relax, watch a bit of documentaries, chill out. What are you doing, Nuruddin?
Well, listen, I'm going to take him to some gigs. We're going to go to
we're going to some gigs. You know what I mean? We'll have a chill. We'll have a relax.
We'll put a therapy in plan. I think, because when Man United kill us, we'll have a plan in place.
We'll have a plan.
Come back to life, mate. That's what it's going to have to be.
That's what we'll
survive this winter.
Well, you know what I mean, that's what they're saying. You always got to survive the winter. Winter's coming. You know what I mean?
Winter came early for us. Listen, winter's been here for 9 years at Man United, mate. Winter's been here. Dark days, 12 years, 13 years.
Back the club, eh?
Back the club. Go on now.
Back the club. You're a fake fan, you. You're not back the club, eh? You're not back in the Glazers.
You're doing it for you. No, I promise you now, we would have more clicks. More if we were going crazy and celebrating.
I know. You're a fake fan, all you want to do is to shout on the camera, right? What are you shouting for? You know what I mean? The Glazers, you know what I mean? They'll get better. That's what you're saying to me.
They ill. They're ill,
you know as well, yeah. The top brands, they never have an argument about the Glazers, you know. And that's why I always said, yeah, there's something going wrong. When the Glazers said to the Red Army, go to where you want to go, and then hurdle up into a corner.
So that you can always support, and the camera can be on you.
And the camera can be on your banners. Apparently there are glasses and all that, and, you know, different kind of beer, and, you know, that's what I've been told and whatnot. So there's something going on here. So at the end of the day, you leave that.
Listen, I got nothing but love and respect.
I got nothing but love as well.
Listen, they're United fans, but please wake up. Open your eyes.
Message, yeah.
Open your eyes.
Yeah.
We need to protest to get these bankers out of this football club. Glazers is a big fight. It's a long haul fight because they own them. They don't even live in this country. They don't live in this country.
Yeah.
Right. But these bankers need to go. They can't have football in control of this. And now the Muppets they put in charge, like the Murters and all this, they've been exposed.
Yeah.
All of those are just people who put their head down, know your place, shut up. We're making the football decisions.
Yeah.
They wanted. That's why they wanted to employ Rio, Patrice Evra, and so they can take the flak, so they can trend on Twitter.
Yeah, of course.
No, sorry.
Of course, but people
wake up, Man United fans. If you want your club, you're gonna have to fight for it. Are you ready to fight?
Yeah, wake up, people, wake up. But people, that's been your podcast 149. Please, let's get 1,000 likes, please. People, I know you love the podcast, but support it as well. So if you haven't liked the video already, I'm not gonna go mad at you. You know what I mean? Like what we did to the Glazers and all that. But you've got time to redeem yourself. The Glazers, they can't redeem themselves. We want them out. But bankers, you can. So smash a like on the video. Subscribe to me and subscribe to him. Let's get him to 5k. We need to do it, people. So get him to 5k. Make sure you go watch Prem Talk. That would have been out already. So make sure you go check it out. Link is in the title. And all I can say, people, is, are you ready to join us? We're ready to protest. We're ready for action. For now, people, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.